When something is mind-blowingly fantastic or mind-blowingly awful, it at least has the chance to be remembered for its quality. But when something is mediocre, average, normal, whatever you want to call that middle ground, it is doomed to be forgotten or blatantly ignored. That's why the middle phases of anything are such a treacherous place, because you never know what will come out of you. It is the hardest part of any hero's journey, because yeah, okay, they're not absolutely awful, so people are not actively looking at them and screaming at them to improve, but they're also not complimenting them so much that their own ego is being fed by all of those compliments. They're kind of in a middle stage where nobody really looks at them, where they are completely ignored. And a lot of people are currently in this stage when it comes to self-improvement, learning an instrument, who knows. In any domain, this can be applied. Because when you're just mediocre, when you're like a 6 out of 10, who cares? If you were like a 1 out of 10 human being, I don't know, serial killer, people would still give you a bit of attention. And if you were like a 10 out of 10 human being, I don't know, super rich, amazing physique, really good rhetoric, knows how to speak, knows how to talk about philosophy, reads a lot, whatever, people would also give you attention. But when you're in the middle of all of that, 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10 human being, we shouldn't be giving like number scores to human beings, but just like as an analogy, just play with me here. Not play with me, just believe me, stay with me here. Yeah, you're not going to be getting a lot of attention, even though you're in the process of becoming a 10 out of 10 or a 1 out of 10, because one out of going down is a lot more tempting than going up. Nobody will give you any attention. Nobody cares about the middle of the road. They care about the start of the hero's journey. I don't know, launching the YouTube channel or getting the 10 million subscribers. But the process between those things, which is the longest part imaginable, it is like, I don't know, a billion times longer, because starting the YouTube channel is like a millisecond, or I don't know, 5 seconds, and getting the YouTube subscribers is, I don't know, also 5 seconds. The middle ground there is going to be years of work, months of work, whatever you want to call it. However long it takes you to get to your goals. Nobody will give you any attention. And this little scale creates a paradox where people, for example, in self-improvement, when people start improving themselves, when they start cleaning up their diet, when they start drinking more water, whatever self-improvement habit you want to take into consideration, meditation, I don't know, they feel forced to go up. You always need to be better and better and better and better. But the journey up is a lot harder than the journey down. It is a lot easier to resist 5,000 chocolate bars, which gets you a little bit up, than to eat one, which gets you down. I'm not saying that like human quality is that variable, but it kind of is, isn't it? So, if they don't have the discipline or courage to actually go up, they go down, because they do not want to stay average. They want to get out of the average section, and that's basically the only thing that they care about. They don't care about going above the average section. They just want to get out of it, and because going below the average section is so much easier, it's basic human nature to go down that path. So, if you want to become a virtuous human being, an excellent human being that will be remembered if that's your goal, or will just be taken into consideration when it comes to a good human being, when people say, oh, Elias Pisot, he's such a great guy. Oh, Daniel, he's such an amazing person. I don't know. You need to learn to look excellence right in the eye. I'm not saying I'm excellence, but just look into my eyes. Look excellence straight in the eyes and say, I am not scared of you. Yes, you seem unreachable at the moment. It is going to be a treacherous journey to get to you, but I am not scared of you because I know that punching up, that actually climbing up the ladder is a lot more efficient than falling off of it. And this also has protruded. Stop looking into my eyes. This has also infected itself into the modern lexicon. For example, I don't like using Gen Z vocabulary on this channel. I'm more of a classical human being myself when it comes to vocabulary, but I'll make an exception. Using the word mid, that stuff's mid, has become an insult because do people really flinch at being called garbage anymore? No. Being called mid is a lot more effective. And yeah, of course, mid now kind of means bad, even though mid is not bad. It's average. Average is not bad. Average is not good. But now the word mid has become bad. It has become maybe even worse than the word garbage, horrible, putrid. Not worse than putrid, but it has become worse than a lot of things that denote very, very, very low status. The word mid. And I have noticed this trend that it probably makes people even more fearful of being a normal person. Because now being a normal person has become even worse than being a putrid person, and being a great person is such a high virtue to aim towards and whatever. I came to this conclusion after reading a very traditional Romanian book. It calls two people normalists. Normalists. It calls two people normal. And I couldn't have imagined how grave of an insult that is. Being called normal is absolutely soul crushing because it means that you're not fantastic, but you're not putrid either. So people won't give you any attention. You are normal. You are normal. You are in the majority. That alone is enough to bring your confidence down a notch. And yeah, that's just something you don't want to do. Being called average has become an insult, and I'm not saying that it should be an insult, but I certainly understand why it is. So, if you're like me, most likely, or in the middle of your journey, look up with courage, look into my eyes again, and say to yourself and to that excellence that you're aiming towards, I am not scared of you. I will touch you. I will reach you eventually. I'll see you later.